Hey everybody, welcome to Coming Down. I'm Matthew, joined here by Nathan.
Hey.
We don't have a whole lot to say about this episode. We just want to give a quick shout out to Paige Smith and Mark and Beebe.
Yep, Mark Beebe, our two new patrons. Thank you guys so much for chipping in. We are damn close to being able to pay for our hosting with your contributions, so really cool.
Feels really good. Thank you guys so much. As far as the show notes for this episode, this involves a show that was filmed in Bend called McKenna. It's there are some episodes or parts of episodes that are available on YouTube, and in the comments on one of those, there is a woman who is the mother of one of the actors on the show, and she claims to have VHS copies of every episode, and that includes some of the episodes that I and other people that I know starred in as extras. So if anybody wants to see those, please petition this person in those comments. We will have a link in the show notes because I would love to see him, and I'm sure there's other people out there who would too.
Indeed, I went down the rabbit hole a little bit, and so if you scroll through all those comments, this person talks about how they own the episodes and that they've been meaning to upload them, and then they moved and haven't gotten around to it, but they swear up and down that they're going to get them all uploaded eventually, so we should have some great McKenna content. Hopefully. But there's at least one episode or a chunk of an episode,
right?
So
yeah, and that's, I think they actually aired like the first 2 or 3, and so some of those are available on YouTube, but man, wouldn't it be cool if we could get the whole like season 1 run. I would love that. Yeah. Also, we have a very minor content warning. There is some brief non-consensual butt touching. We touch on it in the episode. It's it is what it is, but we just thought we'd throw that out there.
Touch on it. Sorry, I could not contain myself. We're not going to get too deep into it because it's pretty tame, all things considered. It's just dumb kids being dumb kids, but it bears mentioning that does happen, and we do want to be considerate of people and want to throw out those content warnings.
Absolutely. And without further ado, if you would like to contact us, we are on Twitter @ComingDownPod. Also, if you'd like to email us, it's comingdownpod@gmail.com. You can hit us up with anything you'd like to say. Let us know what you think. Also, if you'd like to be on the show, contact us through one of those means. Also, you can find everything on the mothership. That's comingdownpod.com. We've got all the show notes and links to everything on there.
Which, I gotta just say, too, Ricky has been doing a phenomenal job of upkeeping that website. The show notes are fantastic. Everything looks great, and she's keeping the links all linked and the ship afloat. So definitely check that website out. It's running strong and looks great week to week. So
crushing it. If you need any web design, we can probably put in a mention for you. Also, just letting you know what our platforms are. We're on Spotify, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, Stitcher, as well as iTunes. And those last two, if you'd like to leave a review, it really helps us out with visibility and just getting out there to more listeners. We really appreciate it.
Indeed. I don't have anything else to add, so I think we just jump into it.
Let's go. Thanks, you guys.
Okay, we're rolling.
Fuck, motherfuck.
Yep, fucking fuck.
Alright, cool, we're rolling. Alright, so, I'm going to kind of do the longer version of this story because...
Do it. Hold the taffy, man.
Alright, cool. So, set the stage here. It's, I want to say this is about 1995 in Bend, Oregon. It would be 94. I believe. Anyway, let's say it's my sophomore year in high school. There is a show that I believe was on ABC. It was one of the upper cable networks, or upper cable. No, one of the major networks, or maybe it was Fox. Fuck. Anyway, they were filming a show called McKenna. It was set in Idaho,
but they decided to film it in Bend for reasons.
Same landscape.
Yeah, it is kind of, like Eastern Oregon's very similar to Idaho. And Bend also has this really cool old high school that was like the original high school. It's built from basalt, pink basalt, it turns out, but it's been weathered to the point where it looks gray. God, I know way too much Bend history. Anyway, so it's got this cool old high school, and they filmed all the like school scenes there because it was a family show. They've got like the rugged dad.
Was it like a Degrassi sort of thing, but in Idaho?
They were kind of trying to make it that, but more like a Family Ties kind of Degrassi, because there was the whole like mom and dad like love angle with like the outfitter company that they're running, and then the kids are in high school, and it was this whole really shitty family show. And so they're doing all this outdoors stuff on the Deschutes River and like Smith Rocks and like out in the woods and stuff, but then Jennifer Love Hewitt is the teenage interest on the show, and they're doing all this.
Oh, so she's coming off of Party of Five, or is this pre-Party
This is
of
way
Five?
Before Party of Five.
Yeah, because that show was like 97 or something, right?
So she's my age.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
I'm a sophomore in high school in this picture, and she's actually going to my high school.
Oh, no shit.
While
she's working
they're
on
shooting the show, yeah.
Holy shit.
Because, I mean,
But she wasn't famous, so no one cared.
No, this is, I don't know if this was her first job, but I mean, it was way before she broke out.
Huh.
So,
wild.
Yeah, she's going to my high school. My buddy Rob's got a crush on her. Actually, I should back up a little bit. So this show is filming in our town. We know about it. And we're hanging out downtown because that's what you do.
Right.
Because there's nothing else to do. There's like the park and there's downtown, and you usually get stoned in the park and then wander around downtown.
Right.
And there's this rooftop that we knew how to get up onto that we would also get stoned on. And they were filming this scene down in the main drag downtown. And for whatever reason, my buddy Spencer has all these fucking tennis balls on him because he's a weirdo. And
I mean, you're in high school. Who knows? You always have weird shit on you.
And so, yeah, we're up on this rooftop watching them film this scene, and Spencer hucks a tennis ball down in there. And at first they don't notice, and we just kind of like don't do anything for a little while, and then Spencer hucks another tennis ball into their shot. And I think at that point somebody noticed, but they didn't know where it came from. So 1 or 2 tennis balls later, there's police on the roof. And we're like coming down off the roof. And they're like, "What are you doing?" We're like, "Oh, we were just watching the thing. The ball slipped out of my hand. Oops."
Yeah, we were just playing catch on the roof.
And I don't know why. I guess the director must have been like, "These guys are weirdos. Like, let's get them in the shot." And so he just put us in the shot, like walking across the street as extras. And
with the cops trailing you, like shooing you out of there?
I think that's how he got the cops off our nuts, is because he didn't want like a scene, with the cops arresting some teenagers downtown. Because the cops were getting all aggro about it because they're like, "We're working security for the fucking TV show." They weren't on duty; they were working security, but they were wearing their uniforms.
Oh God.
Anyway, so
okay,
we're in the shot, and we don't realize that they've got live mics and that we shouldn't be talking. Like, at this point, we have very little actual
they didn't prep you to be
TV
extras.
training. Yeah, exactly. And so, like, Spencer, we're walking across the street, and Spencer's like, "You know what I want to do?" I'm like, "What?" He's like, "I want to rub mayonnaise all over your ass." And, like, we just keep talking and walking, and, like, finally, after like 2 or 3 takes, the director's like, "We can hear everything that you're saying." And we're like, "Oh my God." And so, we start mouthing everything. And anyway, they finished the shot, and we took off. And then that same week, we found out that they were going to be doing open auditions for this high school cast. And I don't remember why. I had gotten detention for something. Maybe it was unexcused absences. That seems pretty reasonable. Maybe for
rubbing mayonnaise on someone's ass.
It could have been mayonnaise involved. It's unclear. Anyway, so I had detention, and it turns out my detention was scheduled for the same day as these auditions for being an extra on this show. And our school was pretty fucking serious about never changing your detention. And I went into the attendance office and came just short of like going on my knees and begging the woman in the attendance office to change the date of my detention. I just led with, I know that you never do this.
Oh, because you really want to try out for this?
Yeah,
thing?
like it was, I was a theater, like,
Oh yeah,
you know,
okay.
like
You were into theater and drama and
yeah.
whatnot.
Well, that was the thing. It was an open call, but just for kids who were in theater classes, specifically the advanced drama class.
Oh, damn.
And so like, they didn't want just anybody, you know. And like, I was
trying to narrow the field a
little.
little.
And like, you know, my drama teacher loved me, and she really wanted me to get in there. And so, you know, I'm just like, please, can you change this for me? And the attendance lady was just like, oh my God, I will never do this again. But yes,
she let you out.
Yeah. And so my mom picked me up from school that day, and I told her what had happened. She said, you need to buy that woman flowers. And she took me to the flower shop, and the next day I brought Miss Barry a big bouquet of flowers. That woman got up from her desk, came around, and with tears streaming down her face, gave me a hug and a kiss, and said, thank you, no one has ever brought me flowers.
Wow. For letting you off the hook for your fucking detention, too?
Yep. And just as an aside, for the rest of my high school career, I never needed an actual excuse note for anything.
Oh, shit.
I told Miss Barry that I was sick, and she said, of course you were, and handed me an excuse.
Man.
So
these are things I wish I had known in high school. Like, all I had to do was give a present to the people that mattered.
Right.
And then, like, I get a little hookup in high school.
Dude, kudos to my mom. She set up the most brilliant high school career of debauchery that I possibly could have imagined.
Right. That was the beginning of the end.
Simply by fueling this simple gesture. You know, I mean, that's a completely other story about how I never had to go to high school again. But, like, anyway.
Oh, man.
Get off the hook for this detention. I go to the audition. I did well enough to get in, and
wait, you were on Maverick? Wait, what's the show called?
I was on McKenna. They never aired the episode that I was in. It aired 3 episodes, and then it got canceled. Maybe only 2. I don't remember. But
so the pilot, and then they're like...
Yeah, it was like the pilot and maybe 1 or 2 episodes, and they realized that the ratings were so goddamn awful that they couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah, it turns out no one gives a shit about a high school in Idaho.
Oh, hell no. It was real bad. So, but anyway, I get into the show, right? And we're doing these scenes in the high school. It's in the old administration building, which was the original high school for Bend that I mentioned. It's built out of basalt. And we had all these scenes where we're like throwing paper airplanes and all this like stereotypical school scene bullshit from like an 80s movie. You know, It's just like, wow, really? Cool. And we do all these school scenes, and that was like 1 week. And I think we did some more another week. And then, like, the 3rd week of shooting that we did for this high school stuff, I believe his name is Mark John Paul Gossett, the guy who plays Zach from Saved by the Bell.
Mark Paul Gosselaar?
Yeah, whatever the fuck his name is. Anyway, Zach from Saved by the Bell is the high school love interest on this episode. They're doing
this is definitely post Saved by the Bell.
Post Saved by the Bell, absolutely. Saved by the Bell is no longer.
So this was.
It's at least a year or 2 since the final season of Saved by the Bell.
Saved by the Bell ended with them all going to college, and then he goes back to play a high school kid.
Yeah, but like senior year kind of high school.
Yeah, sure, like older. Yeah, totally. Okay.
So. It's just for the dance. He wasn't in any of the like high school scenes. It's just for the prom. Okay. And I don't know how they worked him into the story.
Sure.
We never got to see the episodes that we were in.
He was maybe a guest
Absolutely
appearance.
A guest appearance.
Okay.
Yeah.
He wasn't going to be regular cast.
They were just trying to drum up some ratings with this fucker, right? Like it was all for like
That's
the
so crazy,
first season.
That dude, because Saved by the Bell had to have ended, like the college years probably had to have ended maybe a year or 2 before that, which means that dude kind of probably had his career like ready to go, and then he's like, oh, guest appearance on McKenna.
Right. It was just like some side bullshit for him.
Yeah, for sure.
It was an excuse to take a vacation to Central Oregon or whatever, you know. And so, so we're doing this high school prom episode in the high school gym. I think it was at Bend High. Anyway, that doesn't matter. But we're doing this prom episode. We shot the whole thing. Oh my God, my dance partner was this gorgeous girl from choir class that was like also super friendly, and I had a great day with her.
Nice.
And
it was all a staged prom.
Yeah, and like we had craft services for lunch, and it was killer.
Yeah.
And so that weekend is our actual homecoming dance at my high school, which Jennifer Love Hewitt is attending.
Nice.
So she invites Zach, right?
All right, the other actor.
Because he's going to be in town. Mind you, this is an adult. This is a man who has not been in high school for a while,
21
right?
at this point.
At least 20. I mean,
and
like,
he was
surely
15, 16 at this point?
Yeah. I want to say like 16.
Yeah, okay.
So,
sure.
You know, some iffy shit there.
Sure. Whatever.
But my high school was just kind of like, fuck it. I guess that's cool, right? He's a celebrity. And so...
Right.
Mind you, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. We didn't actually know this at the time. My friends and I, we asked women that, or I guess they're considered girls because they're teenagers. Anyway, we asked girls that we knew who were just our friends to go to the dance with us. So we all just got stoned and like had a good meal, showed up wearing some nice clothes, just to like hang out.
Typical high school dance shit.
Yeah, we figured we'd show up for like an hour and then go get ripped again and like eventually drive home and like tell our parents that we had a great time, like just an excuse to go out and get fucked up. But we get to the dance. Not only is fucking Zach from Saved by the Bell there, it's AC motherfucking Slater.
Yeah.
In the middle of the dance floor, it's just him, Jennifer Love Hewitt. Yeah, Mario Lopez, Jennifer Love Hewitt.
In the flesh.
And whatever Zach's name is, fucking standing there in the middle of the dance floor at this homecoming dance, and we're like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And, we're just kind of like letting it all soak in. We're off on kind of one side of the fucking place.
Celebrities at our homecoming.
Right? And the girl that I'm with, she's like, oh my God, this is so crazy. I can't believe that they're here. I'm like, yeah, that's what the fuck? And she's like, oh, I just wish I could talk to him. And I'm like, go fucking talk to him. He's standing by him, like they're all just by themselves in the middle of the floor.
Are like ostracized, standing by themselves.
Everyone's standing kind of in a like circle around them, 10 feet away, just kind of like, coyly looking their way and giggling, like, I'm like, go fucking talk to him. Who cares? I mean, he's at our fucking high school. And like, oh, I could never do that. And the same thing goes for my friend Rob. Like, he couldn't ask Jennifer Love Hewitt to the dance because he couldn't get over his celebrity nerves. And so I'm like, okay, fuck you guys, watch this. And I go walking across the floor, and I get right behind Mario Lopez, and I just kind of casually cup a cheek as I'm walking by. Just, squeeze like the right cheek of his ass and just keep walking. And I turned around, like maybe 5 or 6 steps later, and I see him looking at a girl who was like standing behind him, like maybe, 10 feet away, and just kind of giving her the eyebrow and like the what's up look. And she's just flabbergasted, just fucking dying because she doesn't know what to do.
But she saw the whole thing go down?
Yeah, and he thinks that she did it. And my friends are like on the other side of the room, just like bent over, double fucking laughing, just dying. And that is the story of how I touched AC Slater's butt.
Now he's going to hear this and have a Me Too moment.
That's true. That's true. That's true. And you know what? Like, and I deserve every bit of it.
No, that's... No, that is rude to the movement, but that is hilarious that you copped a feel on a celebrity's ass, because, like, Jesus Christ.
I tell you what, it was like steel cables. Like, that man has...
Oh, yeah.
The most amazing ass.
Just made of steel.
Granted, he was in his prime at that point, so, like,
He's still pretty prime looking. I don't know if you've seen him on the various
That is very
things.
true. I mean, I guess the last time I saw him was Funniest Home Videos, but, like, he's still...
Yeah, he's still ripped.
Just
still looking good.
USDA prime beef.
So, I now realize that this is your move, because we went to go see Doug Stanhope, and as we're filtering out, this girl had slipped between you and I as we were walking out. I was ahead, you were behind, and then this girl slipped between us, and then all of a sudden I get goosed. And I turn around and look at her. She didn't realize what had happened. But I'm very confused, and I think this girl just grabbed my ass. And then I kind of peer over her shoulder and see you chuckling to yourself. And then as I'm putting the pieces together, we round the corner to walk out onto the patio, and I'm still looking behind me, and Doug Stanhope is standing right there, and I stumble over a stool right into Doug Stanhope, who I wanted to talk to, but now I can't because I've just stumbled into him.
You're welcome.
And so I just pat him on the shoulder and said, "Hey man, great show," and walked off. But now it's all coming together that Matt Palmer has moves that have gone far back.
I honed my skills long ago.
Sneaky ass grabs is kind of your thing, I guess.
Catching that big game,
Oh man, that is so crazy, man. Like, it's just crazy to have celebrities at your podunk high school.
Oh God, right?
So, hold on. So I want to get back to the acting thing. Okay, so you did get cast.
I did.
Did you have a role, like lines and stuff?
I was just an extra.
Just
They never tossed
sorta
us any lines. It was just like you're in the background of these high school scenes, like throwing paper, or like writing on a test, or like.
Oh sure. But you were gonna be in multiple scenes
in the background. Tons. Yeah, I mean, like we were filming for hours every day. For like a week.
Wow, that's wild. Did you get paid?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I don't remember what it was,
Probably
but it was
much, but...
it was above minimum wage. It was whatever scale is for an extra.
Wild.
I mean, I was a non-union extra. So
right. So you were officially an extra, but like you don't have an IMDb credit.
No, God no. They would have had to have given me a line. That's how it works.
That's the catch.
Yeah. So if they give you a line,
then they have to credit
you have a speaking role, and therefore you are an actor.
Huh. Wild.
And you can then register with SAG and then get SAG jobs.
Crazy, man.
I think you have to do it maybe more than once. I don't remember, but I used to know all this shit because I was really like invested in trying to do it.
Yeah. I mean, Bend ain't really the place to try and launch your acting career.
No, I moved to California. I was there for a little while.
Oh, yeah,
I had friends who were doing it.
Yeah.
I was just a carpenter, but like I had friends who were doing it, and they definitely discouraged me to the point where I never even tried. But I mean,
wait, carpenter, is that like a slang thing?
No, I was building houses.
You were literally just a carpenter. Okay.
Yeah.
I wondered if that was like a slang for like move to LA and just like never got roles or whatever. I'm just like sanding,
just pounding nails.
Yeah, just doing the work, not actually, like building a thing that doesn't exist.
No, I worked on Richard Riordan's ex-wife's house. That was weird.
Okay.
Yeah, I got fired because I was whistling and her daughter was there. I don't know.
Weird.
Yeah, that's a total aside. Jesus. Yeah, fucking weird shit, man.
Huh. Yeah, man, no celebrities ever came to my hometown. There was one time I was working at the club that I worked at, and some people came down there like, Cal Penn is in town from Harold and Kumar.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, he's thinking about going to CSU. And we know some friends who are like showing him around, and he might come down to the club tonight. I was like, fuck, that'd be awesome.
Hell
he
yeah.
never came.
Of course.
That was like my closest brush with a celebrity. Like the guy who someone told me a guy was in town and might come. Like,
right.
Yeah.
I guess my only other like Bend celebrity was like there was a celebrity who was there before. He was this, like Modest Yahoo played in some bands in Bend before he was Modest Yahoo.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. Like, that's funny. Yeah, I went to high school with Pretty Lights. So,
oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So like, I guess I know. I mean, he sells out arenas, so I guess he's a celebrity.
Fucking A, man. Yeah.
But yeah,
every now and then there's that weird little Kevin Bacon shit.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, I never really met like true celebrities, like musical heroes of mine that aren't wildly famous, and
right.
Some Broncos. I met some Denver Broncos and stuff. Got some autographs, but yeah, wild dude. Fucking wait. So, all right, to wrap this up. Can you find McKenna on the internet?
I actually have never tried.
If they aired a couple episodes, it's got to be on YouTube or something, right?
I mean, they definitely aired some shows in the 90s, but that was before people were really ripping shows.
Yeah, but man, it's crazy what people filmed and like just have on.
I mean, it's possible.
VCR discs. Like,
it's entirely possible.
VCR discs, whatever.
But like a show that VCR discs.
I'm so out of touch with the old stuff.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, all right.
We don't even use discs or VCRs anymore.
Right. On the video box.
Yep.
Got that Betamax now. But no, I mean, it's possible. But I mean, like, dude, it aired for 3 episodes and was canceled. Like,
yeah.
I would be shocked if someone had McKenna somewhere.
All right. Well,
although I mean, maybe there's like enough of a cult of personality around, like, Saved
Jennifer
by the
Love
Bell
Hewitt
and Jennifer
too,
Love
man.
Hewitt
Yeah.
that, like, somebody. But no, they never aired that episode. So unless there's like just some diehard Jennifer Love Hewitt fan who is like resurrected a copy of that somewhere, I doubt it exists.
Dude. All right, I'm gonna do some digging. If I find it,
let me know, man. Hell yeah, we'll put a link in the doobly-doo if we find it.
Hell yeah, man. All right, well, that is fucking awesome, dude. All right, till next time.
Thanks for listening.